So we are going to be talking about doing some multiplication today, multiplying with decimals. So there's a couple strategies we can use when we're doing this. So one is estimation. So looking at this, I see 4 is 4. And then 6.8 I see is close to 7 because this is 8/10. If we were rounding this up, it would be 7. So looking at this, I know 4 times 6.8 should be something around 28. So in doing this, because where kids usually mess up, or adults, people in general, is where to put the decimal. So in this case, I know my decimal place is going to need to go right there because my answer is going to be somewhere close to 28. So if you need to find out exactly what this is, you can line this up in the traditional model and just pretend that that decimal place isn't there. So 8 times 4 is 32. Bring the 2 down, carry the 3. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 more is 25, 26, 27. And again, I know where to put my decimal because of my estimation. So the actual product is 27.2. The other way, so if you didn't use estimation, the other way of knowing where to put your decimal spot is looking at how many decimal spots there are to the right. So in our case, I only have 1 decimal spot to the right, which means when I get my final product, I need to put 1 decimal spot back into the left. Either one of those are great ways to go about doing that. So pause the video and I want you to look at this next one, 72.9.8, 72 times 9.8, and see if you can use estimation to figure out what you would get. And I want you to go check in with Janae, Gianna, Henry, or Dylan today for what that estimation could be. All right, so hopefully you check in with them. So I'm going to use estimation first, and I'm going to say that 72 is close to 70, and 9.8 is close to 10. So looking at that, I'm going to use my knowledge of base 10s and know that 7 times 1 is 7, and putting back on those base 10 values is going to be somewhere around 700. And now when I do 72 times 9.8, again, I'm going to ignore and pretend that the decimal place isn't there. 8 times 2 is 16, carry the 1. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 1 more, 57. And now I'm done with that one. Moving on to this one. I still have to drop that 0. 9 times 2 is 18. Bring down the 8, carry the 1. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 1 more, 64. And we'll have 15, 10. So again, I know that through my estimation, I should have a digit that goes into the hundreds place. So I know my decimal is going to go right there. Otherwise, I could use the other method and see how many decimal places I have. I only have 1 to the right, which means I would only move 1 to the left. All right, and now I want you to go ahead and pause and see if you can figure out this multiplication problem on your own.